Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure as the old pirates, eh?
Made the jump to light speed.
Hi folks, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. Beginning August 8th, early entry is back at Disneyland, and we have everything you need to know.
Well, for one, this is not the return of Magic Mornings or Extra Magic Hour. Those are still both gone. This will be called Early Admission.
This service is only going to be available to guests staying at one of the 3 hotels on Disneyland property: the Paradise Pier Hotel, Disneyland Hotel, or the Grand California.
Now, the park already usually opens 30 minutes early, but you are only able to access the first scene of the parks, Main Street USA and Buena Vista Street. But those guests staying at one of the Disneyland Resort hotels will be able to go beyond the ropes and enjoy a limited number of attractions for 30 minutes.
This doesn't mean the rope drop is going away, it's still going to happen, but there are going to be many guests who have a half-hour head start. They're going to be able to ride rides for a half hour, and you can get in line for the other attractions a little bit closer, a little bit sooner as well.
We don't think in the grand scheme of things it will affect morning crowd levels too much. Getting there early is still going to be a good way to experience some shorter lines. But still, it's been a while, and since the parks reopened, everybody has been on equal footing at rope drop, but no longer.
All guests need a valid theme park ticket and theme park reservation to enter the park. Park hoppers need to select their starting park and can only hop to the other park after 1 p.m.
It's likely there will be dedicated turnstiles. Often the lowest numbers like gates 1 and 2 are used for early admission. And this will happen every day, each day of your hotel stay, even on check-in day, and they'll hold your bags. You have the privilege of entering a Disneyland park 30 minutes early.
At Disneyland, 13 attractions are going to be open. Now we wonder if they chose that number because that's how many attractions opened with the park originally.
There will only be attractions available in Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. We recommend going to Space Mountain for sure. It's the most popular ride on the list.
But it's also an excellent time to visit the Fantasyland courtyard. All of the dark rides, including Peter Pan, will be open, as well as Dumbo and both rides at the Alice in Wonderland corner.
It appears several lands will not be open, including Adventureland, New Orleans Square, Frontierland, Critter Country, and Galaxy's Edge. But we have a tip on that last one.
If you have a reservation for Oga's Cantina, Savi's Workshop, or Droid Depot right at park opening, you can enter the land a little bit early so you can get to your reservation. Arrive about 25 minutes early with your reservation confirmation.
Over at DCA, if you head in for early admission, there will be 7 attractions you can choose from. The top 3 on the list will definitely be Web Slingers, something that'll cost you extra to line hop later, Guardians of the Galaxy, and the Incredicoaster.
There seems to be a little offering from every land at DCA, from Mater's Jamboree to Soaring to Monsters Inc., so you should have access to the entire park in the mornings and plenty to do.
For now, there's no word or sign of Magic Mornings returning. What was Magic Mornings, you say? This was a similar early entry service, but was only offered to those who have 3-day or more tickets.
Magic Morning used to be a big incentive to get those multi-day tickets. It wasn't offered every day, but usually 3 times a week you could get into the park early. And it used to be for a whole hour, too.
If Magic Morning does return, that will certainly change the morning dynamic. There were usually far more ticket holders trying to get in early for Magic Morning than hotel guests seeking early entry.
Nonetheless, with early admission, getting a 30-minute head start on the day is still definitely a cool thing. The early admission mornings we've had in the past, boy, they're pure magic.
Okay, so for our final tips, all we can say is, if you're staying at one of the 3 Disneyland hotels, you should definitely take advantage of this. You'll be surprised at how much you can get done in the first couple hours in the park. Don't pass this opportunity up.
You can always head back to the hotel and catch up on your sleep while the crowds pile into the parks in the late morning.
Make sure you're looking for the specifically labeled turnstiles at the gates, the ones for early entry, so you're not wasting your time waiting in the wrong lines.
We would recommend either getting up really early to eat your breakfast, or more likely what we would do, we would just wait until after early entry to eat breakfast. You don't want to waste valuable short lines at Disneyland time doing something silly like eating. That too can wait.
If you're going to purchase Genie Plus, spend your early admission riding rides not included with that service. You'll be able to skip those lines later.
Also, towards the end of your early entry time, get ready to get in line for the most popular rides in the park right before rope drop. You can be first in line at Radiator Springs Racers, or Rise of the Resistance, or the attraction of your choice.
Well, that's about it. The lowdown. Hope you found it helpful.
If you want to support this channel, you can do so by subscribing or leaving a comment, and also clicking all those notification bells and all that stuff.
Thanks so much for joining us, Mouseketeers. We'll see you real soon.
See you real soon.